granddad and a dad to granddaughters and daughters. I think it's really important, especially now. We really need to promote the personal well-being of women and girls. That's something I'm completely committed to, and I like to think I've promoted throughout my life. Always optimistic about the future, and I think this project has given us some real evidence to demonstrate how that approach works. It's up to you to make the change, and it's up to you to make the change by being the change.
I've been facilitating a group of Trafford residents, young people and adults who've been working on a legislative theatre process. So tonight we came up with a bunch of exciting policy proposals, again, that came directly from the audience in a really participatory process, and worked with a policy team who could help us make some commitments to action on the favorite policy ideas. This movement can't end at the end of September, and I think the idea that everybody can be a part of the conversation about what we're changing, and not just some policymakers, that's really, really important.
Right to the Streets is about making the streets a safe place for women and girls. So the way Mandem Meetup is creating more respectful men is by giving them the space to talk and open up. It's allowing them to become more emotionally literate, and it's helping them to be better fathers, sons, husbands, you name it. Massive shout out to GM Moving and Right to the Streets. It's an important campaign, and Mandem Meetup 100% backs it. Come as you are, you're welcome here. Women too. Safe.
In our work in schools with boys and young men, we spend a lot of time talking about male attitudes towards women, particularly when we're in part of a group. A key aspect to this work is to capture the female voice. By the end of the programme, the vast majority of the young men realise that being a strong man means being a leader and being an upstander, and that strong men do not sacrifice their values just to fit in. We often hear things like, yeah, that's right, because what if it was your sister or your mother? We would say, she shouldn't have to be someone's mother, she shouldn't have to be someone's sister or wife. First and foremost, that girl or that woman over there is a human being.
Right to the Streets is an important initiative that's taking place across Greater Manchester at the moment, and it's important that some men are retrained about their thought processes, how they speak to women. As the father of two young girls, it's imperative that we all stand up against violence against women and girls, and that's why the team have been happy to come here and support this event today for what it stands for. We all have loved ones that have been victims of harassment or unwanted comments, and as a community we need to stand together and try and stamp that out.
Right to the Streets is a really important initiative. I mean, it's about safe spaces for girls and women, and especially the football side of it for me. This is about girls and women being able to go to public spaces, go to a park and kick a ball around like traditionally men and boys have always been able to do that. It's not always safe for girls and women, but this is about coming together in a group and making it safe and accessible. We're in safe spaces, we're female only, female coaches, female players, and we're not about creating footballers so much as we're using football to empower girls and women.
I'm very passionate about football. I'm very passionate about young people, their safety. 3 months worth of planning. Here we are with these people singing, rapping and really supporting a massive event like this. I've got sisters, I've got a daughter, I've got a missus, a mum, a gran. It's unbearable to think about if anything was to happen to them. It really, really is. We want our streets to be safe, for our kids to play out, for our grands to play out, whether you're young, whether you're old. Let's try and do our best to keep projects like this going. Please, let's try and keep our streets safe.
We've had a couple of family fun days, football tournament yesterday with the Gorse Hill Studios crew, which was amazing. And then today, of course, is the celebration event, which is a culmination of all the amazing projects and people that have come through this project. The community aspect was, absolutely intrinsic to it all, and the strength of the community is really powerful in Trafford. There's so many things already going on, and I hope that this project will give confidence and that there is a legacy to continue, because we can see how much we can do in a very short amount of time with not much money.
So we're doing an all-women's strength training class, and we are being funded by Right to the Streets to do so. Creating a safer space for us on the streets and giving women opportunities to get involved in more things like this. We're trying to build women's strength in the gym, get them more confident for working out on their own. I feel great being part of the project. I just want to say thank you to Right to the Streets for giving us the opportunity to do things like this. I think it's been an amazing experience.